When I started to work on that, I actually did a bunch of conscious work around anxiety, or my identification with it, in Australia, and then I came back into the country. Admittedly, when I came back through Hawaii, and they were, and so there was less anxiety there than there is in some other places where you come back into this country. But I'd done the work, and they were, welcome back, welcome home, how are you? Enjoy your holiday? Ooh, this is different. No little room with no windows. It was quite the opposite, very friendly, very open. What had changed? Immigration? I doubt it. Me, because I'm no longer quite so reactive to that feeling, and I don't identify so strongly with the feeling. More recently, we've come back in through Dallas, breeze. Come back in through Calgary. You go through immigration in Calgary before you come into Seattle. Absolutely fine. Very easy, very comfortable, very, very different. And this is all me changing. It's not everybody else changing. So now, of course, what happens is that I come back in, and I'm standing there, and I notice when anxiety arises. You're standing in the queue, and you can sort of feel anxiety. Ooh, here we go again. This is the feeling of anxiety. And you look around, and you see a guy just flown in from Colombia, a couple of suitcases, white powder leaking out the edges. This guy may have a reason to be anxious. Huh? I don't. No white powder on me. And so I don't have to take that feeling personally. I say, oh, this is a feeling of anxiety. I know what it feels like. I've been there before, been there, done that. This is a feeling of anxiety, but it is not mine. When I can say it's not mine, not my feeling, what happens is that the brain stops making those old familiar connections. The neurons will start to struggle to find a different way of connecting. It takes a little bit of practice because they're so conditioned to go, ooh, reaction. Bang, immediately they do that, they produce the neuropeptides, hypothalamus, amino acids. I buy into it, take them personally, I become anxious. But now, of course, I'm sort of saying, oh, well, this is a feeling of anxiety, not mine. And in the non-identification, the process of non-identification with the emotion, my brain stops producing the chemicals. So I've shut the factory down. The brain stops producing the chemicals, the feeling of anxiety doesn't grow in the body, but gradually falls away. So there's no anxiety left. Still around you, there's still anxious people generating, amplifying anxiety, but it is not yours. It can't be yours. Just because your body reacts in an intense way to an emotion is not indicative of ownership of that emotion. It's just stuff happening. And when you stop identifying with it, you can let it go. Very, very important. Not just for this clearing work, not just as the foundation for the clearing, but for any journey in life, no matter what you do, no matter what experience you happen to find yourself in, if you can develop this, most of the challenges, most of the discomfort, most of the problems will just stop manifesting because they're no longer who you are on a cellular level. It's only while you continue to support and maintain certain ways of being that you perpetuate those states. You keep energizing. And this becomes much more subtle. This, when you get it, is still like kindergarten. You're still just learning a different way to be in the world. But when you start to understand it and you start to change who you are on a cellular level, you start to experience the benefits of that change in the world around you. then you really start to see what's going on, and then the world is a very, very different place, and can be a very different place. It can't be different if you come from the old model. If you try and make everybody happy in the old model, not possible, because we're fractured. We're all different aspects of the divine manifesting, all with associating with different points of view. This is right, this is wrong, this is better, this is worse. I'm right, you're wrong. This party is better than that party. This religion is right, your religion is wrong. Conflict is guaranteed. So when you're working with this, whenever you begin to notice what's going on, that's when you really begin to stop identifying with the particular feeling. And it takes a bit of practice at first, which is why in the workshops we develop the partnership, of being in partnership with someone, of sitting, noticing, and letting go.